wins his first carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They run with Hines, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Hines, the ball carrier.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And a gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 1.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Hines.
That's right, baby. It's
touchdown, Washington. Nyheim Hines, 69 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick-strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
He's taken down at the
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
His throw incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The strong running. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Brings up second.
They'll run with Mostert. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The kick is
And he
good.
knocks it through.
That ties the game at 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught left side by Cooks. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is Hines. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
If you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
What you doing out there, boy?
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's into the clear. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
The kick is
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Brings up 2nd.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
action. It's Trubisky. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Here's Mostert. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He was brought down by...
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This will be caught at about the 5. And touchdown, San Francisco. A 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21. Washington.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
The pass.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 29.
They'll buy some time right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
7-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And it's 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He'll run it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jeremy Sprinkle, 28 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Trubisky will throw. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the screen pass. 30 yards.
49ers.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. Come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mostert a 1st down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then
this is caught inside the 15. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel, 52 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here's Mostert. 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Hines. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff run. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second down at the 11-yard line.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He was brought down by Matt Milano. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is Samuel, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. D Ford, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
1st and 10.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Down at the 10-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
Chase Young on the tackle.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And the 49.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They go play action with Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd. Off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
For the 49ers.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and 11. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
After the interception, here's Trubisky.
Right
That is
down his
caught
throat.
at the 7. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Armstead gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Today's final score.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there and